Now, Cleante has described hypocrisy here on page 154. And as we go on, we will see a tyrant in Act 2, Scene 1 on page 156, where Orgon is trying to force Marianne, because he's her father and he can make her do this, say that she loves Tartuffe. And she says, you know, I don't. Why would you try to force me to say that? Now, Dorine comes in the next scene. And at the bottom of 158, she weighs in on what she thinks of this proposed marriage. She says, and soon he will sprout horns, your holy man. She's making reference to a cuckold, and that is the traditional depiction in art, literature, of a man whose wife is committing adultery. He is a cuckold and wears horns. There are usually also references to the cuckoo bird, because the female cuckoo will lay her eggs and then she shoves the daddy cuckoo out of the nest and she goes out and finds another cuckoo bird. Now, on the top of 159, there is an interesting passage. Dorine tells Orgon, old men and young girls are married every day, and the young girls stray. But who's to blame for the loss of honor and good name? The father, who proceeds to pick a mate blindly, though it's someone she may hate, bears the sins the daughter may commit, imperiling his soul because of it. If you do this, I vow you'll hear the bell as you die, summoning you to hell. She's trying to tell Orgon, if you shove her into this marriage and she sins, you're the one who's going to pay. Now, interestingly, in real life, Moliere, a much older man, was married to a much younger wife, who was sort of the daughter of his former mistress. Anyway, she taunts him with 24 cuckolds baked in a pie, says he's destined to be cheated on, so she's trying to shove this in Orgon's face to make him reconsider. As the scene plays out on page 160 and 161, we have a lot of comic acting on stage. This is physical comedy, with Orgon trying to slap Dorine, her ducking out of the way, running away from him. Then on page 161, she confronts Marianne with a reference to acting. She says, tell me, have you lost power of speech? I'm forced to play your role, and it's a reach. There are many references to playing a role in the play, and actually Tartuffe is playing the role of a religious man. Now, as we go on, we have Dorine playing devil's advocate with Marianne, saying, you know, go ahead, marry him if you're not going to stand up for yourself. Go ahead, marry him. Just worry about what the world sees us as. On 163, Marianne gets desperate. She says, I beg you, please, I'm begging you. And Dorine says, no, you deserve him. And the wonderful line at the bottom of 163, you deserve this. I sentence you to be Tartuffeified. Neat little play on words there. Now, Marianne is going to be going from one extreme to the other. She says, you know, I'll kill myself. She says, you see, I'll have to die, Dorine. And Dorine gets really frustrated with this because, you know, she either wants to go into the convent or kill herself. You know, she does not find that middle road approach, the golden mean of conduct. Act 2, Scene 4 is a very comic scene when you see it played out, because Valere will be trying to have the last word and pretend that he heard Marianne say something, and then they're just being young and stupid. But this scene, especially this passage on 166, is best seen and not read. Dorine finally gets tired of it, grabs them both by the hand, pulls them together, and says, hey, you're both idiots, you love each other, now behave. Then in Act 3, we have an example of Demis being overreactive. May lightning strike me dead right here and now. Call me a villain if I break this vow. He overreacts, which is what he tends to do, and Dorine says, let's not get carried away.